What's up? How are you guys doing? It's TK Profit from Profit Takers back to do another market review. Today is Sunday, June the 11th. So as usual, we'll check out the news, head over to TradingView, see what's going on, and I will share with you guys my take on the market. So before we head over to TradingView, let's drop the intro. Okay, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, I noticed a zone here on the daily. We set limit orders, price pulled back to this level and hit it. And from here, we're in profit. Now on the daily, if price closes beneath this open of this bull candle here, then I will expect this thing to fall at least down to 24,000 before making another move. But my final target, which is contrary to a lot of people's belief, is down at the lows. Bitcoin pulled down to the $16,000 mark and turned around. But normally when this happens, you'll see relatively equal lows like this. Those are areas where people would normally put their stop losses. And I really believe in market manipulation, and I trade based on that, and it's been working really well for us so far. But I'm looking for this level, or at least this level, to be retested before Bitcoin pulls back to continue on another uptrend. So I think we can come down all the way to this $10,000 mark. If that happens or plays out this way, this would be almost a 1-to-20 setup for us on Bitcoin. After that, we do have these highs up here that need to be broken eventually. So this $100,000 mark on Bitcoin that people have been calling out for the last few years, it is definitely possible, but I would believe it more if this $10,000 mark is retested. So far, it looks like it is possible, so I'll hold it, and if the market prints anything to tell us otherwise, we'll take profit on this trade. But as far as the news this week, looks like we have heavy news with pound USD. I'm sorry, we have heavy news with pound, news with AUD, news with USD, high impact news. That's the only ones I look for. Yeah, so we got pound, euro, USD, and AUD for the next few days. Okay, so before I take a look at any of those pairs, let me take a peek at US 30 at the end of the week. Oh, you know what? It's right here. At the end of the week, we took a buy on US 30 on Thursday. Okay. I noticed a zone on the 15-minute time frame here. Price pulled up from it momentarily. I had a limit order set, and the next day, later that same day, my TP1 was hit. Then I noticed a similar zone on the 1 hour time frame. So I marked it and I placed more limit orders. So I have one order here, 2 more limit orders here, and right now they're deep in profit. I'm trying to take this guy all the way up to the highs to retest this area on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, we had a double top on US 30 right here. And I believe price will pull back to this area to retest it before giving us another reaction. If it fails to break above it, then I will trade US 30 to break the lows. But it all depends on how price responds. If it hits this level, maybe give us, like a 30% retracement and then heads back towards this level, I'll look for the highs to be broken. But in that case, what I'll do to be cautious is wait on the break and retest. So let's say price pulls to this area, boom, gives you a retracement, okay? And then pull back. I'll wait until price closes above this zone. And if it pulls back to retest it, I'll try a buy from here to continue moving in the up direction. Now, outside of this setup, I have a gold sell. Okay. That is not gold. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So what did we have? Yes, we found an entry on the 30-minute on gold. Another limit order. I find these areas in the market that usually are retested, again, because of market manipulation. I set the limit order here. Price pulled back. As you guys can see, a wick let me in my order. And from that point, it's been moving to the downside. Right here, this is our TP1. So there's a good chance that this will be hit at the very least. But overall, I'm looking for price to pull back to the 0.382 level on my fib. So with the fib, I took it from the swing low here to this swing high. And that's how I found this level, along with a method that I use or that I teach our students for our strategy. But so far, this trade is looking nice. And I also caught another entry on it at this zone. So I have 2 sales on gold and 2 buys on US 30. This is a 1-to-7 trade. This is a 1-to-9. On US 30, we have a 1-to-9, 2 1-to-9 trades because the entry is the same. Now, let's head and take a look at some of the pairs this week that will be volatile. Now, we have a lot of people, they don't trade the news. I get it. Me, on the other hand, I like to trade high volatility pairs. Before we move, let me show you guys my entry so you don't think I'm just saying this stuff. Let me pull up my trading view terminal and I'll actually show you guys my entry on those setups. So let me fix this, you guys. Boom. Now let me put those trades up. This is gold. Okay, these are my entries on gold. Where is US 30? Okay, here's US 30. So this is not a game. 15-minute. This was my first entry down here, you guys. And as you can see, I added a couple more entries on US 30. I also have these setups on gold. They're doing well. And let's take a look at the profit. Don't really check it much because, man, if you look too often, when you first start trading, you'll scare yourself or psych yourself out of the trades. So this is the gem for the day. After you do your technical analysis, don't watch the money, watch the charts, especially if you are not used to trading, because you can be in a position to where you see a return and you're like, oh, I made $900, and you get flustered and you close your trade setup. That thing continue ripping on you and you missed out on a $2,000 trade because of just really being too excited. So the money will come. Watch the charts, okay? So we entered in this trade Friday. Friday, it closed out around $900. Right now, it's a little over $1,600. And TP2 hasn't been hit on US 30, and we still haven't reached TP1 on gold. So these will play out nicely. Let me go ahead and close this because I don't want to watch it. Practice what you preach. All right, Teddy P. So, what we'll do, it looks like gold may give us another chance to enter another trade setup. I actually missed one right here. So with this hour candle, if it closes beneath this area, what I will do is wait for price to retest this area, and I will add, yes, a third sell on gold. Milk it. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving my other entries down into profit once price breaks structural levels. And again, I will milk this sell. So here. Put the stop loss here. And we are going right to that 382 level. Now this trade may take a couple days, maybe a week and a half to play out. Let's see, count the candlesticks. It took 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe not. Where did I start? Let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it took almost a week and a half to reach this area. If it breaks these lows right here, we may not have to wait a week and a half. It would be more like a bull flag. So it may only be between, let's say, 3 to 4 days for this move to play out. Because it definitely resembles, not a bull flag, my apologies, you guys. So everybody listening, don't be trying to beat me up. I made a mistake, okay? What I meant to say was bear flag, okay? So again, if this thing breaks, we could definitely see a bear flag on gold. Wouldn't be surprised if it dropped below a little bit, but from this area I am expecting some type of reaction. So we could get a pullback to this area, and if price does not break above this level, I can see it heading down here towards the 50. Okay? So this is just what I'm looking at. Again, if you guys follow any of my trade setups, this is not trading advice. But if you follow my trade setups, make sure that you risk properly. It's not about how good the setup is. It's about how consistent you are with the approach in risk management. You can be an amazing trader and lose all your money. And that was me. I was amazing at analytics, but my nerve was a little shot. Anytime the chart moved, I had to close it or get out, and I was destroying my account. So you guys be patient. All right, so got another entry set up here. Let me find something else. Let's head over to, let's see what's going on with AUD/USD. Okay, so this is one of the trades we actually called a couple weeks back. And it's headed to retest these highs. Let's see. Now we got a lot of rejections up here at these highs. That trade played out. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so above these highs, we have a lot of rejections. So I would not be surprised if those highs are broken when price comes back to test it. So this zone has been played. We can delete this as well. Come back, Fib. This Fib just want to get off the chart. Okay. So again, normally when I see multiple rejections like this, I try to think like the manipulators of the market. We have stop losses up in this area, typically before price makes its intended move, it goes on a hunting trip. No, let me stop. It's hunting your stop losses. So think all of that'll get taken out. Okay. Right here on the 50, see, we got a little area of interest right here. Price could definitely pull back towards this 50. It's a double top here. You guys see this double top? Let's see if price respects it. Okay. Okay, so if price pulls up towards this area and fails to break above, I can see price pulling back to this 50 and giving us a move to retest this area. And if it holds, then we'll see this move to take out the highs. So we need to be patient and vigilant. Right now, everything still look bullish. We got our EMAs traveling underneath price, showing a strong trend. And that's on mostly every time frame. We're not going to go any lower. Okay, got a little consolidation right here on the 15 and the 30 minute. So what's underneath? Stop losses. Oh yeah, I like this pull back to the 50. I'll take that sell if it hits that double top. I'll try it out. So with that move, who knows exactly how it's gonna play out? I think it may more so happen Tuesday, but that's just a guess. We'll come back and do an update to show you guys exactly how it turned out, but I am taking this trade setup. Boom. I have to wait to see what happens with price in this area before I figure out what my first TP would be. But right now I'm taking this area as my TP2. I'm going to drop that a little lower, and this will be TP3. There we go. And depending on how price responds here, after everything is printed, I will know what area we'll take for our TP1. So that's AUD USD. Let's go to EA. Ooh. So EA is still moving in our favor. Okay. We got EA coming down to the 236 on the fib. So as you can see, we took a buy from here. That is also on YouTube. I analyzed this thing on YouTube. We got to this area. It just rejected here. I tried to add another entry, went into profit, and then we got hit at break even. From there, we took a sell, and it's heading down towards our target. Once it gets here, if price rejects, you know where I'm going. I'm taking the buy. Stop loss slightly beneath the 236 level on the fib, and I'm going above to break the highs. To that 50. And that's a 1 to 20 setup. Now, I know these numbers on these risk reward ratios are a little different than what you normally see, but we actually hit these, and we hit them often. Man, so we also had a USD CAD trade last week. Okay. Okay. So from here, we sold it from here at this zone here. I tried to buy it back up to this level. It didn't reach all the way. That trade got hit at break even. But this was a 1-to-7 setup. It played out nicely. Okay. This was another trade I had from this level. This one was 1-to-13. So I had a 1-to-13 trade set up and a 1-to-7 trade set up. When we got down to this level, I tried to buy it to retest. This was a loss. And this trade here is still running. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setups on USD CAD last week. This trade hit break even. This trade hit all TPs for 1-to-7, all TPs for 1-to-13. This one we took a loss, and this is still running. Now, we did EA. Yes, we're waiting. All right. Waiting on EA. Let's look at GA. We got a lot of pound news. Let's look at pound JPY too. Pound USD. Let's look at some of those ones that pay. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this one was a L. We got 2 L's on this baby. I was expecting price to maybe reject in this level since it broke and closed above. But instead, we got clipped. And that's cool because we won and way more than we lost. And with the risk reward ratios that we have on our trade setups, wow. No comparison. So from here, we just wait to see how this thing responds. Let's go out to a higher time frame. Really looks kind of choppy on the smaller time frames. Okay. So we may still get that rejection. It might just pull a little lower. Put that back. So if it does not stop in this area, oh, this was already played. Okay. Never mind, that was played. So if it does not stop in this area, which I believe it will, it could pull back to maybe retest. What is this? We got an imbalance on right here. Maybe retest this area. But again, I am not really sure on this pound AUD right now. I'm just marking what I see. I don't really have a bias for it at the moment. So we got a weekly zone right here. Let's get rid of this old stuff. Yeah. So right now, price is underneath the EMAs. Okay, let's just go off of what we got. Price is underneath the EMAs. Price is at a structural level of support. If price does not give you some type of solid rejection, then there's a great chance that it could break below support right here. Let's see what we got up in here. Let's see. Now, if it does pull back, let's see, where could we go? Oh, that's another field. Get out of here. Well, we got this area right here by the 786 on the 2 hour. Let's get rid of this L. Oh, no, let me record it first. I'll delete it later. Yeah. Okay, so again, trading is not definite. We look for high probability setups. And even with those, we still make sure that our risk management is set up to put us in a position where we have the advantage. So on average, I tell the students, do not take a trade setup unless it is 1 to 3 or better. But what we've been doing, the average trade is at least 1 to 7. We have a nice strategy that gives us great entries and nice exit points. So if you just risk 3% every trade and you're taking 1 to 7 trade setups and you win 5 out of 10 of those, that's pretty good. So let's see. We'll just have to see how price responds. This is not one of those trades where we need to rush. If it sells, I would wait for it to completely break this level and give me some type of indication that it's going to continue, and I'll only enter on a retest after the break of this level. And what I mean by that is, let's just say, hey, this is the structural level. Price is continuing down from here. A little consolidation. It snaps beneath this level. If it pulls back to retest it, I'll then take the trade with a stop loss slightly above to head down to this 50. But I will wait for that type of move before just jumping in it, because right now it's still up in the air. It very well could just retest the low and pull back, break above the high to test one of these levels before moving down. So I'm taking my time on this trade setup because it is not as clean as the other ones. And that's another major aspect of trading. Be patient, okay? Whatever you chase will run away. So don't chase the money, man. Just wait for it. You know, have a magnet mindset. We're abundant, so we're going to attract the money to us. We're going to wait for it. Tell them, wait for it. All right. I did say let's look at pound JPY. Okay, cool. So we already have a limit order in on pound JPY, right? So last week we saw pound JPY breaking above the highs. I believe this was a 30-minute. Cool. I have an amazing memory. On the 30-minute, I saw this zone right where price broke structure. So I really just look for the areas where price creates structure. So we have a structural level of resistance here with all of these rejections, a structural level of support. Since price broke above it, I'll wait for structure to be retested, and I'll take the trade moving in the opposite direction. So that's exactly what we have here. We got a limit order set on pound JPY. Price went up, and now it's consolidating, okay? Now, again, when you see consolidation, you got to think how the average trader views the market. Okay, if we got support here, I'm putting the stop loss beneath it. If we got resistance here, I'm putting the stop loss above it. The market will say, hello, come and grab all your stop losses, retest the structural level after breaking beneath all of those areas where you guys thought you were safe, and then it makes that move. Boom, without you in it. How did I figure this out? Years of getting burned, all right? Like Usher in the market. They let me burn every time I make a mistake. So, pound AUD, ooh, oh, we just did that one. USD JPY. What is that? This thing gapped up like crazy. That's nice. Okay, this is, let's see how this turns out. The way it hit this level, there's a chance we could see a continuation. Okay, there's a good chance that this could be a bull flag. But again, we want to wait on the close because this is on the daily. So if the daily closes above the 50 fib right here, then we could take a buy with a stop loss slightly beneath it, and we'll head up to this next structural level. If it fails to close above, I'm taking the sell. Stop loss slightly above the 50, and I'm taking it down towards this daily level that is right on the 382 level on the fib. Then I'll take a buy. Okay, so again, probability, and I'm waiting on multiple indications of a trend or a reversal before taking these trade setups. But so far on USD JPY, that's what we need to see. We need to see what happens tomorrow. 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 Boom. All right, let's keep it moving. I had to stop and take a jam break. Let me see. Pound USD. Oh, so last week, this is what we looked at. We looked at price pulling back to retest this level. The same thing I've been telling you guys for the last couple of setups. Pulled up, it retested this level, and now it's headed towards this area. Once it gets to that area, I am going to take a sell. I did not want to take this buy here because the risk reward ratio was trash. Okay, that was trash, and I would have had to be smart and put the stop loss underneath this area, and it was still just a 1 to 2, which doesn't meet our risk requirements, so it will not be taken. All right, so this one I'm waiting on, and if price reaches this level, because we have a double top up here, I'm looking to see if this double top will be tested, and if it is, I'll take a sell just to see if it'll hold up. If not, my risk reward ratio is fine. I have no problem taking a loss on that trade or taking a lesson. Excuse me, we don't lose, we learn. Taking a lesson, and what will I do? I will wait for the breakup of the retest, and I will enter here, and we catch it in the opposite direction. So this way, you take away the stress from yourself, man. We do mostly limit orders. I don't like to sit in the market like that. We normally wake up from our sleep and say, oh, $1,000, or oh, we lost 100, you know? I didn't want to get in the market just to become a slave to the machine. I didn't stop working to leave one prison, open the door, get some fancy keys, and lock myself in another one. That's foolish. So take advantage of the different means of entry that you have for the market. You got buy stops, sell stops, and you got these limit orders. You don't have to be present to make a profit. You just need to understand exactly what it is you want to do. All right. Now, another thing, we got this inverse head and shoulders right here in the middle of price. Typically, when I see them in the middle of price, and what I mean by in the middle is it's in between two structural levels. So up here, we have a structural level of resistance, and then right here, we have a structural level of support. Normally, when I see a pattern printed in the middle, it's more than likely it's broken. So this, I'm looking for this to get broken below for price to pull back to the 236 and then make a move. Okay, so we already have that set up. Same thing here. You guys, I don't trust this setup. I'll wait on this one. I would definitely wait to see what the news does. This is something I was going to test out, but we did not put the limit order here on this one. Yeah, this thing looks suspect, but price did break above the EMAs. So it is possible that it plays out. I'm just not completely confident in its setup, so I don't want to take it. Okay, I will definitely wait, and if price could maybe break above these highs here, I'll look for some type of continuation pattern to take this trade. But right now, I don't think it's smart. So we'll just wait on this one. So right now we got pound USD. We're waiting for it to retest that double top on the 4-hour. Euro USD looking all suspect. So we're going to wait for it to either break above the highs or retest a major level. We're not messing with it. Gold, we are looking for it to continue to the downside. What else? USD JPY, what were we looking for? We were looking for a price to either close above the 50 or below the 50, and depending on where it closes after the daily, that'll determine whether we take a buy or a sell. Pound AUD, same thing. We're waiting on confirmation to see what happens at the lows here, because this looks suspect as well. No need to rush. Now this was a better setup. Pound AUD, we found the zone on the 30-minute at the price broke structure. We're waiting for that to be retested. 1 to 15 trade setup. More than likely going to take the entire week or maybe into next week for this to play out, if it plays out. Okay, let me get some TPs on this thing while we're here, and then after this I'm done. All right. Now let's take this. Boom. 2. I actually can put that a little higher. Okay. Now, if this thing pulls back to let us in, the first TP will be above these highs, or right here at the highs. Okay. And that's what we're looking at as far as that pair. What do we have? EA. Waiting for it to hit the 236. Yes, that's it. And what else did we do? AUD USD. Cool. All right, so this is it for these setups, and I'm going to definitely play them all, and I'll let you guys know how they turn out. All right, US 30, we're waiting on it to hit the highs as well, and that's pretty much what we are viewing for the week. We're trading all of the pairs with high volatility. Thank you guys for joining us for a market review. I will update you guys to let you know how these trade setups play out. Again, this is not trading advice. This is just my perspective on the market, and these are just the setups that I would take based on my knowledge and my strategy that I have, that I approach the market with. So with that being said, if you follow anything, make sure that your risk reward is set up to put you in a position to win. Thank you for your time. Happy trading. If you found value in the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.